I don't know. I just happened to this thing, caught it here, and it rolled up into there. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, we can't do the interview from the men's room here. Could you possibly...
Why can't you?
Can I cut it?
Is that big a show? Huh?
Yeah. Can I cut it off?
Cut it. The kids gave me this tie. You gonna cut
To do
it?
something, do we? We have to pause occasionally in our show.
Oh,
To sell something.
Well, I've never seen it before. This is exciting.
Right. And we'll...
Making an audience laugh is something many people can do. But making Johnny Carson laugh to the point of tears, and that's Tim Conway's job.
Very much socially.
I'm not allowed out much socially, and no, I really don't go out too much socially, and no, I stay pretty much within the confines of my cardboard box, and just try to remain in the neighborhood itself. Yeah, doing real well.
You're not a socializer.
Johnny himself admitted whenever Tim showed up, he already knew his stomach was done for right on the spot.
Now, instead of the pitcher throwing to first to get him out, he decides to throw it to third to get Timmy out. Now, Timmy started sliding about where the shortstop was standing. So,
Long slide.
slid, got up, slid again, slid, slid.
From his very first appearance, Tim had Johnny like, wait, this isn't in the script.
I wasn't going to come out all evening that night. I felt, what the heck, it was a lot better in there than going out and eating with Harvey. But, that was a weird night. The man actually said, "Are you here for the picture?" And I said, "Yes," and he put me right in the projection room.
And you sat there.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know whether that's where he wanted me or not. So I just figured, you know.
At the valet parking?
No, I went to Beverly Hills, big stuff. The valet parking. A guy came out with a red coat and he said, "Can I take your car?" And I said, "Yeah," and that was it. Really? That's right.
With a mind that moves faster than Wi-Fi, Tim turns both the host and the guests into unwilling victims of laughter.
Red jacket.
Yeah. Well, if a guy comes up and you're parking for a party,
Yeah.
and they have a valet and everything, a guy comes up in a red coat and says, "Can I have your car?" Wouldn't you give it to him?
I guess so.
I did.
And the car disappeared and the guy. Is that out
Disney.
already? Is that out now?
Sure. Boy, you probably have. Well, you wouldn't want to rush down and see that, probably.
Why
would
not?
you? Yeah, you guess you would.
I'm a big fan of yours.
Yeah. And then another one coming out. Another one with Don Knotts and I. Don Knotts and I are practically
Knotts and me.
going together.
Don Knotts and me.
No, you guys aren't in it. Just Don Knotts and I.
Every time he appears on The Tonight Show, he transforms. No one can predict it, not even himself.
I dipped into the cookie jar and took out a rum ball. I gave it to him. I could tell by the way he rolled it around his tongue that he liked it.
How do you weigh in with all that weight?
Well, I step on the scale very lightly, just to put maybe 1 foot on at a time. You know, you can't get on there full force. That the thing would go zingo on me. You know what I mean?
We'll now go through some preliminary exercises in preparation for the lift.
Right, they just like to warm up a bit because you like to basically get those shoulder legs.
Okay,
Most famous for starting that chair, swing him to the left, swing him to the right, sit down, stand up, fight. You probably remember that one. Swing him to the left, swing him to the right, sit down, stand up, fight. Swing him to the left, swing him to the right.
His charm is simply, there's no off switch. The entire room can only laugh all the way through.
you have never been on this show.
That's true.
And I know we have asked you before.
Well, you know, I didn't know you did this. You know,
You're special. When you dance well. I didn't
Yeah, didn't
realize
I?
that. You
Yeah.
danced extremely well.
you know what that was, don't you?
No.
It was a guy with a mask of me on.
Come on now.
I would swear, really.
I'm sitting here like a dummy
That's what I said.
saying,
You know, I believed it was me.
well, it shows you can take a boy out of the country, but...
Yeah, it was about, what, maybe a year ago. Remember the one that hit early in the morning, the 6:30 number? Of course, after the big one,
That was a lifetime ago.
in our underwear, and there we were on the front lawn, 8 of us in our underwear. Now, the people going by in a car don't know there was an earthquake.
That's right.
A lot of that, you know.
Everyday life stories in Tim's hands. They become insanely funny stories.
which were 11, wasn't it, that we had actually counted? No, he invited...
relatives,
Yeah,
a lot of relatives.
I guess a friend a year or something like that. So there were, a lot of relatives, as I recall. 60 people there, and it was a marvelous party. He spent a lot of money on it. I was really surprised to know that Sears made wine, but I feel...
Tim, do you have anything wrong with your kids at home?
Oh, I'm sorry. Just
Yeah, I'm doing some research
I
on.
just wondered if you had an opinion on it.
I'm doing some research on people that.
Gonna put the well, I got the hot plate in. You know, where just the one side works, but
Right.
it's good. You know, you want to slide the hot stuff off there. You got a place to keep it.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, when you're, well, I guess say living by yourself is the correct word.
And with rats. Yeah, I think which is still with yourself.
That goes with
Yeah.
it.
Even colleagues like Carol Burnett couldn't stop praising his one-of-a-kind comedic talent.
Conway had been a guest on the Gary Moore Show. I'd seen him on McHale's Navy, and there's nobody funnier in the world, I don't think, than Conway.
And he was brilliant, and he's a really good writer himself. But it's still, I'm glad that I am given the opportunity to get it on record that we wrote that sketch first.
There were even moments when Johnny was left frozen because Tim's jokes hit too hard.
Boy,
To sell something.
well, I've never seen it before. This is exciting.
Right. And we'll do this. We'll come right back with
You do this every night?
chagrinful. Yes, most of the time. I'm a hero.
No script needed, Tim was always the funniest person in the frame.
I knew I was going to do that with a hypodermic needle in my hand,
Jab
but
your-
when that got rolling, then I went for the head and the leg and everything else, and just stayed out there because I saw Harvey was in pain too, and I loved him to be in pain. And so we just went with it, and I think it was one of those nights when people were laughing.
You're
you know.
brilliant when you're
Yeah.
working. You really are.
What you're expecting is John Wayne, right? It's going to be a 6'7" guy come out and stop this whole thing. Well, what it is a guy who's got about a week left before retirement. And Jack Riley said, I get this thing, and he said, what's wrong? And I said, it's Mr. Roberts. And he said, what? And I said, they've repossessed his car.
You didn't. You didn't.
Yeah.
If it's a subject, you use Don Knotts and I. If it's you say with, it's Don Knotts and me.
Right.
Yeah.
It's really not a thing.
What to do is you leave out Don Knotts and you say, with me.
He's going to get steamed about this. Really. I don't think we can cut him out of it. Yeah. Don Knotts and me are in this picture.
And if you need one moment to understand why he was the hottest guest here, it is.
Well, that's intriguing. But do you ever actually get to handle the ball during the game?
I do. Once in a while, they'll get it to me. I'm pretty doggone good, the ball handler, you know. I'm short, but once they get it to me, I got it. It's hard.
This very day. So he is from Ireland, so he's a true Irish guy. My mother is from Romania.
No, I didn't.
You know, every time I say that, now notice the applause that comes. My mother says...
Everybody just kind of,
Yeah.
well, you know why? They're waiting for a joke.
Oh, really?
You said my brother's from
Romania
Romania.
is a joke,
and-
I think, perhaps. No,
they're
my
waiting
mother
for you
says
to say-
always, why don't you mention that you're from Romania? And look, I said Romanian. Oh!
I'm attempting to bring her right up to my chest. This is the tough one, Johnny. The chest? That's clean.
No, I love I am the best father in the valley.
I hear that.
Yeah, I really am.
I hear you.
I
Fine.
live for my kids. I really do. I didn't care too much for the early years. I mean, but I got right in there, boy. I went through the diaper thing in the toilet there and everything. And,
yeah. And putting 'em in the can?
Yeah, yeah.
See, one of the guys, when they get in that gate like that, and as soon as those horses take off, they take them right to the inside.
Not only did he make Johnny Carson cry from laughter, Tim Conway also left an unforgettable mark on television history with his unique humor. Which of his comedy bits do you remember the most? Don't forget to share with us.